So what is going on, people? Welcome to episode 30 of the Peterborough United career mode here on FIFA 23. I hope you're well. And well, a mini milestone today, 30 episodes up for the series. I hope you are enjoying it. The support, as ever recently, would suggest you are. The numbers just continue to fascinate me. So thank you very much for all your support recently. It does mean a lot. Unfortunately, a few episodes have been released since this one will see you, but unfortunately, the Peterborough United, the real-life team, didn't quite make the playoff final in rather spectacular fashion. But I believe today they announced that Darren Ferguson signed a 3-year deal to take permanent charge of the club. So I will see Peterborough fans in League One next season. Being a Reading fan, maybe I can make the trip to Peterborough myself. It's a ground I've never been to, so it certainly would be of interest to me. But anyway, enough waffle. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're looking forward to today's episode. As we look to sort of just get to the end of the season now, really. The season is kind of over for us, actually, if I show you the league table. We're in 11th place. There are 11 games to go this season. But we are 13 points adrift now of those playoff places because of that bad run we had towards over Christmas and in January, really. So yeah, it's pretty much over in terms of a playoff push, but also we are 22 points clear of relegation. So we're certainly not gonna be in a new division next season. 14 wins, 7 draws, 14 losses. We are a pretty bang average side in this division, but I would take that for our first season in League One for certain. So as I said, just getting towards the end of the season now, and just looking to improve and push on for next season, trying to achieve the dream of the Premier League. Automatic promotion was the board requirement this season. That's why my manager rating is so low. Baffling. But anyway, today this is what we have coming up. We start with a home game against Sheffield United, which is certainly going to be tough. We then play Bristol City at home before finishing the episode with a midweek trip to Yorkshire to take on Huddersfield. So if you are looking forward to this episode, pop a like on there for me, subscribe to the channel. This is what happened in the last episode. We started with a win, a much needed win, 2-0 away at Stoke. We then simmed the game against Leeds, in which we lost 2-0. The game against Middlesbrough, the less said the better, really. 5-1 defeat, absolutely collapsed. But then we picked up with a 2-0 away win at Reading. So we've picked up some wins in recent times, which is good to see. Hopefully we can make it a good end towards the end of the season. Sorry, we've got this episode. Next episode will be the last 3 games, and I think the episode after that we're just going to cover all of the games that are left in the season. So yeah, it's going to be pretty tasty, and not too far now till the end of the season. But this is what the team looks like. This is the team we picked for the last game. We tried Estrada through the middle. I think I've had enough now of Bakari up top. Garner has pushed up top. Elias out on the left. Estrada through the middle. It seemed to work against Reading. So that is what we are going with. But everywhere else, it's as you were. Sheffield United up first. Going to be a tough test. Let's see how we get on. So our visitors, Sheffield United, line up like this for our first game. Fodringham in goal. Bogle at right back. Robinson, Egan and Ahmed Hodzic in the middle, with Max Lowe at left back. Fleck and a retiring Oliver Norwood came up with that graphic pre-game, with Schmidt in behind McBurney, and in Die Schmidt scored an absolute rocket past us. In the reverse fixture of this, of course, we lost. I think it was about 3-1 we lost. Obviously, you saw our team before this game started. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Sheffield United, I think, we're sitting in that 6th place. So, if we want to get a playoff place this season, they're the team that we're going to need to hunt down. But they were absolutely superb in the reverse fixture at home. Just kind of like a lot of the bigger sides in this division, really. Some of them just playing excellent football that you just can't really get near, unfortunately. But hopefully Bentley will claim this one, and he does. So yeah, it's going to be, that's why I said it's going to be a hard game. Of course, it's always going to be a hard game against a good team, but even more so you'd feel. And Hodzic has got as much pace, if not more, than Elias, which I find baffling. But we got the ball over to Brady here, and we need someone to make a run. Tommy Smith is going to provide an outlet, but gives the ball away, which is not ideal. As Max Lowe is galloping down that left-hand side, and there's a bit of a man-over situation here for Sheffield United. Thankfully, Smith, well, going to be beaten to that by and die, but thankfully the ball in there isn't great, and we can just about manage to get that one away as Bakari tries to beat his man. Thankfully, it falls back to Smith. Now Bakari can maybe open his legs, not cut back instead. And Brady trying to find a ball to Estrada, who skips back and try and find Garner. That is an unbelievable... Okay, I thought that was a tackle. Apparently not. Apparently Garner's just put that over by himself. I think it was Hodzic. Got a toe in right at the last possible second. Well, that's a long... Oh my word, referee, we're not going to get a foul for that? No? Okay. Well, we've dealt with it quite nicely anyway. Bakari looks to break. And there's a ball in here, and Garner is onside. Hodzic trying to keep back, but Garner, it's a great save by Fotheringham, closes down, and it's a big right hand from the keeper that's kept this one out. Elias will have a strike from distance. Oh, and he's forced the save from Fotheringham. I thought it was going to be a bit more comfortable for the keeper than that was, but it's made it rather theatric, and he's kept it at bay, kept his side in it really, as Bogle is on the overlap on the right hand side looking to get in behind Burrows. Cuts the ball back, and it's a first time strike from McBurney, and Bentley has to get down low quickly to divert it around the post. Yeah, not really seeing a lot of movement from many players, to be fair, and as always Garner is set to get in behind, so a little bit disappointing that there's no real penetration. Nice little bit of interplay from Sheffield United. It's a good low save again, down to his left, from Dan Bentley. McBurney looking to sneak one in at the near post as we get the head on that. And Elias, I'd argue he's come through the back of him there to get that ball, but who am I to judge? What a tackle that is from Josh Knight as well. And Lowe has touched out for a goal kick. Nice ball through the lines there from Sheffield United. Burrows just about gets something on that. And now we move Bakari. Again, just not a lot of movement from the players. Smith has got the better of Max Lowe though. And there's a ball to be played in here. And Estrada is in. Oh, and it's just narrowly missed the post. Arguably could have squared it to Garner. But maybe because he's off balance, Egan's got his hands on him, which is maybe a push. But, oh, Estrada with a glorious opportunity. And now we're on the back foot. Oh, and he's in behind Ndai. And it's a great... No! Oh. How unlucky can you be? Oh, that's so frustrating. Fleck with the finish, but it's just one of them. It's a lovely ball through, and arguably Ndai should finish, but after Bentley makes the save, it's hit his foot. It's not going to roll that far if it hits his foot, is it? I mean, it's just FIFA being stupid again, but not really a lot you can do, I'm afraid, and with less than 5 minutes to go. Oh, it's going to be a defeat for us, I think. Forward again to Sheffield United. And in to look the killer blow. And Bogle could be in it. He's run away from it, actually. It's Ndai who's come to the ball, and he's just looking to potentially waste time. And maybe should have looked to have done, but actually he has wasted plenty of time. And that is going to be that. And it's a really unfortunate defeat to start this episode, but you could argue perhaps Sheffield United deserved it if we have a look at the stats. Oh no, well, obviously shots are equal, we've just edged possession, so maybe it is harsh on us then. It feels really harsh, but and I feel like I defended really well in that game, but just one of those things, unfortunately, that That's the way it falls sometimes. Don't worry, Angel. You're still good enough for me, mate. We're at a very sunny Peterborough. We're here for this game against Bristol City. And this is how they line up the visitors. 5 at the back for them. O'Leary in goal. Wilson at right back. Pring, Atkinson and Viner in the middle with De Silva at left back. Scott and Williams in the middle with Wyman sat just behind Sam Bell and Tommy Conway. Just having a look at options on the bench. Not too much really. So, yeah, hopefully we can get the best of them. We've gone for an unchanged team. Just tweaked a couple of things instructions-wise in the tactic, and hopefully that could make a bit of a difference. But yeah, we're all set to get this one underway, and there's a bit of space here for Estrada, who now actually have a strike, but it's blocked at source. And I remember from the last game against Bristol City, their back line just backed off as soon as we got the ball. That's not ideal. That's a good interception. That's a good save. Yeah, just every time we came forward, their back line would just back off, back off, back off, give us so much space. I thought I was going to say back off enough times that I turned into a Dizzy Rascal track there. But, yeah, hopefully they can afford us the same space that they did in that one. And Estrada has played a lovely ball through there to Elias, who's going to look to get the better of his man. He's got past one. Can't quite get past the other. It's good covering, I think, from Atkinson. Burrows has found Brady, who's in the area, and it's a lovely low finish from Robbie Brady. And his is a one that I've been contemplating his place in the side in recent games. But he's certainly putting a performance in today. Maybe he could have had a bit more time, actually. But it's a really good finish. But yeah, as I said, so much time in and pretty much on the penalty spot. Could have even shifted that to a stronger left foot, but took it on his weaker right, kept it low, kept it hard for the goalkeeper to get to. And we have an early lead, which is really good to see. Good to see that that defeat to Sheffield United hasn't sucked the life out of this team after really unfortunate circumstances and night. Really good interception there again. And Estrada. And there we go, Garner making those runs. And you see the Bristol line just backing off. And Estrada will have a strike. Oh, and he forces O'Leary into the save. And I don't know whether this is typical Nigel Pearson, just being pretty defensive, being pretty negative in his play. As we find Bakari and find Elias. And he'll have a strike. Oh, it's blocked. And it's going to be brought away in the end by the defenders. Oh, it's given away though. Garner is there, and we'll have a strike from Garner. It's taking the deflection. Thankfully, it's actually probably helped O'Leary more so than anything, but the danger not over yet for Bristol City. The ball just keeps coming back no matter how much they get rid of it. Estrada is there, and he's taken so long to get the shot away, so much so that it's allowed keeper and a defender time to get back and get enough on it to stop it from going in the back of the net. And again, they give the ball... Oh, that's not great. They keep giving the ball away, Bristol City. Really poor from them, as Nezovic has come a long way over when he didn't need to. That's a good ball over the top, actually. Oh, and Smith might have stopped that with his arm. But that's a good back heel and a good block. Again, Josh Knight being an absolute rock in defence. There's a good pass in them. I said there's a good pass there. There's a pass on, as Nezovic does really well. Estrada. There's a ball there for Garner. He's found the gap superbly. And that is a lovely finish from Joseph Garner. A really pinpoint pass there from Angel Estrada. And I know we titled the episode a few episodes ago, Finding Our Angel. And he's certainly starting to show his capabilities and why he could be a really important part of this team. And I'm quite liking him in that central role, instead of going out wide. But yeah, really good finish from Garner. I think that's Garner's 30th goal of the season in this competition. Again, having a properly fruitful season. There you go, in the left-hand corner. 30 goals in 37 games. Absolutely superb for the young man, who's, I think, what, 18 or 19 still? Absolutely ludicrous. And he's going to look to return the favour to Estrada. Oh. And the initial touch to get away from the first man was good, but not quite enough on it to get away from the second. And he's going to try and get Elias in. It's back to him, actually. And he's going to do really well to find Burrows, whose passing in this game certainly hasn't been on point. Oh, Garner's been skinned there. It's forward now to Bell. They've got a man over here. Josh Knight looking to track his man. And Ronnie Edwards can't get back to him. And it's a goal back for Bristol City. And it's the veteran of the side, Andreas Weimann, who's got the goal for them. Committing numbers forward. And we're looking a little bit... Oh, Bentley. I feel like he should be doing that. Can't be getting beat dead centre in the middle of the goal. But we're still in the lead in this one. Nezovic does really well to dispossess Bell, but he sold Brady a little bit short there with that pass. Oh, and he's absolutely ruined. And there's a ball in here, and they are level. Within 5 minutes of the restart, is it Stefan Bell? I'm not too sure. Sam Bell has got them level, and it's the initial turn there. Superb bit of skill, I think, from Weimann. Yeah, just to turn Josh Knight, and all of a sudden the two runners either side of Edwards are causing problems. And just as I said, there's more goals in it for us. Bristol City have themselves another goal. I'm nervous now, I won't lie. Scott whips in the Corey Carney's there, the front stick, but it's only as far away as Williams. He's taking... Oh, I was going to say he's taking too long. Can I get the right player, please? It's going to be a goal. Why won't it let me change to the right player quick enough, for God's sake? Why, on the edge of the area, are you going to pick so many different players to the player that's closest to him, man? I don't understand that. It's a lovely finish from Weimann, but FIFA seriously needs to sort that thing out. Why are you going to want to pick someone that's nowhere near the ball to control? It's David Bender. Shot straight to the keeper. You're having a laugh. Koulibaly. Bakari spins his man. And that's going to be that. And that is another defeat in this game. 2-0 up. And we lose 3-2. You can have no complaints. Absolute collapse. We've dominated that game, but we've lost. Inexplicable. For the final game of the episode then, we travel to Huddersfield, and this is how they line up. Schofield is in goal at back five, Turton on the right, Lees, Hellick and Boyle in the middle with Headley on the left, High and Russell in the middle, Mahoney on the right, Tyrese Simpson in the middle, Jack Rodoni on the left. We are unchanged. Nezovic has grown up to 75. We need a win. Move the ball around nicely and efficiently. Huddersfield, and thankfully Dan Bentley is alert. Otherwise that would have been 1-0. They've absolutely torn us apart there in the opening 10 minutes, which does not bode well for the rest of this game. Elias has done really well to bring the ball out there and relieves the pressure. And Burrows could release a ball here, and Estrada could be on the end of it. And the defending is lapsed from Huddersfield, and Angel Estrada has got the simplest of tasks as it flashes up there that we are the worst defensive record in the league. We've conceded 71 goals in 37 games. Thankfully, we're not too bad going forward, and with finishes like that, Angel Estrada is certainly cementing his place in the side, an absolutely top level finish. Don't know, players just don't seem to be reacting very quick. I don't know whether it's just because we're low-rated championship players, so they're not going to move that quickly, but it just feels really sluggish. And that's a great... I was about to say a great goal, but thankfully the fingertips of Dan Bentley said otherwise, and he has saved us so many times this season. It's a good corner in though, and it's... Again, if it wasn't for Dan Bentley, it would certainly be a Huddersfield goal. Between him, I think Josh Knight are probably our two best players so far this season. And considering we've, other than Garner, obviously, but considering we've conceded 71 goals, that kind of says a lot, really, doesn't it? But it's another corner for Huddersfield, and this one's deeper into the area, thankfully. we can get this one, and Elias could be away, you know. Elias could be away. He's got to get past Turton, who's pretty quick. It seems he's not going to be able to get away from him here. We'll find Nezovic, who will have a strike, you know. Oh, and he forces the save from Schofield with his right peg, Nezovic. Brady, it's going to be to whip in the corner. Aims for Garner, who gets his head on it, but couldn't get over it. And instead it loops up and over the bar. And it's just all very messy, as you can imagine. Oh my word. We somehow managed to not give the ball away there. And Garner could be in. On the counter, Joseph Garner is there. Joseph Garner, and he has finished that with an absolute peach. And celebrating with the fans, no doubt will pick up a booking. I think that's the home fans at that end, I won't lie. But Helix, questionable defending, has allowed for that goal. A very straightforward goal. We've hit them on the counter. Well, Huddersfield should well and truly be in this game. They should be winning it with the amount of chances that they've had. But we're stealing it at the moment. It's 2-0. Smith-Bakari into Estrada. That's a lovely turn. And he's played Garner in behind. And Joseph Garner will make this 3. And that is going to be all 3 points from the Kirklees Stadium. We have absolutely robbed Huddersfield here. But the gaps are there. And we will pick them apart. As long as there are gaps, we will have a good afternoon's football. But if the gaps aren't there, that's when I tend to struggle. And maybe we can pick them apart. Garner waits for support, and it's coming in the shape of Koulibaly. Is the ball over the top? Oh, not quite going to work. Defender does just well enough as he then skins Koulibaly. Oh, Garner's stolen in here. And Joseph Garner for the hat-trick. He's accomplished it. It's 4-0 and it's lax defending. And that pass pretty much sums up Huddersfield. Certainly their defending. Going forward, they've looked very good. But thankfully, Dan Bantley has had a lot to say about that as Koulibaly. Oh, it's looking to go all the way. Unfortunately, ran into traffic, but that will be the final whistle. Oh, well, there he is, collecting his match ball. Look how many empty seats there are. They are not happy, the Huddersfield fans. Boos ring out around the Kirklees Stadium. But that man, the star of the show. Let's not forget Estrada. A goal and at least a couple of assists in there as well. But look at Dan Bentley. Save in there. Very much to our rescue. That man, they dominated possession and they had more shots. So to tell you exactly what I said. Not a 4-0 game whatsoever, but we will take it. If only more games were like that this season. Someone wants to chat. Bender, I'm going to say I'm proud of you. He's very unhappy, probably because he's supposed to be a starter, but there you go. So that is today's episode then. 2 defeats, 2 unfortunate defeats. Well, the first one very unfortunate. City can have no complaints, absolutely collapsed, and then a 4-0 win, emphatic win against Huddersfield. Next time out, we start with Hull, who I'm pretty sure battered us in the reverse fixture. We then play Birmingham before a trip to Luton to finish the episode. Let's have a quick look at how the league table stands. We are now 12th, and Huddersfield directly below us in 13th. So we sit on 52 points. Yeah, we've conceded 71 goals, which is 2 more than bottom placed MK Dons, but we've scored 75. So I think we know where our problems lie in this team. 15 points away from the playoffs, so the gap gets even larger. We're now on the wrong side of losses and wins, which is not ideal. But still, who have we got next episode? We have got Hull, Luton of 15th, Hull of 16th, and Birmingham 19th. So on paper, some winnable games in there for sure. Certainly Birmingham, Luton and Hull might be a bit closer, but yeah, hopefully we can pick up some good results. The end of the season is getting nearer, and then I'm just looking forward to the summer transfer window. To be perfectly honest, if you did enjoy this episode, make sure you pop a like on there for me, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.